Part 1. The Princess in the Cave. Tang Sanzong was tied to a stone pillar in the Moon Water Cave. The yellow robe monster sat nearby, drinking wine and sharpening a knife. "Don't worry, monk," the monster laughed.
"I won't eat you raw. I'll steam you for dinner." Sanzong wept silently. He thought of Wukong. If he were here, this rope would be broken in a second. Suddenly, a side door opened. A beautiful woman walked in.
She didn't look like a demon. She looked like a noble human. She was the Princess Bai Huashu, 100 Flowers, of the Treasure Elephant Kingdom. She had been kidnapped by the monster 13 years ago.
"Husband," the princess said softly to the monster, "I had a bad dream. I dreamed a god told me that if you kill this monk, you will die." The monster loved the princess deeply. He hesitated. "If it scares you, I won't eat him. I'll let him go." The princess untied Sanzong. She whispered, "Master, I am the third princess of the kingdom to the west. Please take this letter to my father, the king. Tell him to send an army to save me." "I promise," Sanzong swore. The monster led Sanzong out of the cave. "Get out, monk. If I see you again, you are lunch." Sanzong ran through the forest.
He found Pigsy and Sandy sleeping in the bushes. They had given up searching. "Master," Pigsy yawned, "you escaped. You are lucky. See, we didn't need the monkey after all." Part 2. The Tiger in the Palace. They arrived at the Treasure Elephant Kingdom. Sanzong went to the palace and gave the letter to the king. The king and queen cried when they read it. "My poor daughter." The king sobbed. "Who can save her?" "We can." Pigsy stepped forward, patting his belly. "I am Marshal Tianpeng. My brother Sandy is a general. We will catch this monster." Pigsy and Sandy went back to the forest.
They fought the yellow robe monster. However, without Wukong, they were weak. The monster was a master swordsman. He breathed yellow smoke that blinded Sandy. He captured Sandy and tied him up.
Pigsy, seeing the fight was lost, ran away and hid in the tall grass. The monster was furious. "That monk delivered the letter. He betrayed me." The monster transformed himself into a handsome, dashing young scholar. He flew to the palace. "Your Majesty," the disguised monster bowed to the king, "I am the husband of the princess."
"We have lived happily for 13 years, but this morning a tiger spirit came and kidnapped her. That tiger spirit is disguised as a monk." The monster pointed a finger at Tang Sanzong. "Change!" He cast a powerful dark spell. Poof! Tang Sanzang fell to the floor. He grew fur. He grew a tail. He grew stripes. The holy monk had been turned into a ferocious, roaring tiger. "Guard!" the king screamed. "Capture the tiger! Put it in an iron cage!" The guards dragged the confused, roaring tiger monk away. The monster, the scholar, was welcomed as a hero.
He sat on the throne, drinking wine and flirting with the dancers. Part 3. The Dragon Fights. Night fell. The king was asleep. The scholar was drunk in the banquet hall.
In the royal stables, the white dragon horse sensed the evil. The master is a tiger. Pigsy is missing. Sandy is captured. If I don't act, we are finished. The horse snapped his reins. Change. He transformed into a young court dancer. He walked into the banquet hall carrying a sword. "I will dance for you, my lord," the dragon said. He danced closer and closer to the monster. Suddenly, he struck. Slash! The monster blocked the sword with a candlestick. "A dragon?" the monster laughed. "You want to fight me?" They fought in the palace hall, but the dragon was young and tired from the journey. The monster threw his knife. It hit the dragon's leg. The dragon stumbled, turned back into a horse, and limped away into the darkness.
Part 4. Pigsy's Shame. Pigsy finally crept back to the palace in the middle of the night. He found the horse hiding in the garden, bleeding. "Brother Pig," the horse spoke, using human language. "You must go get the big brother." "No," Pigsy shook his head. "We kicked him out. He hates us. If I go there, he will beat me to death." "If you don't go," the horse said, "the master will be a tiger forever."
"Sandy will be eaten, and I will die of this wound. Do you want the journey to end here?" Pigsy looked at the moon. He sighed. "Fine, I'll go. But if he hits me, I'm running away." Pigsy used his cloud, which was slow and clumsy, to fly east. He crossed the ocean and saw the flower fruit mountain. It was green and beautiful again. An army of monkeys was drilling with spears. In the center, sitting on a high rock, drinking coconut wine, was Sun Wukong. Part 5, The Lie. Wukong looked happy. He didn't have the golden headband on, or at least he wasn't wearing the cap. "Capture him!" Wukong ordered. 1,000 monkeys jumped on Pigsy, tied him up, and dragged him to the throne. "Well, well," Wukong smirked. "If it isn't my dear brother Pigsy. Did you quit being a monk? Brother!" Pigsy forced a smile. I just missed you. I came to visit." "Liar," Wukong said. "Where is the master?" "The master is fine," Pigsy lied. "He misses you too. He talks about you every day." "He wants you to come back." "I don't believe you," Wukong said. "I am happy here. I am a king. Why would I want to go back to being a slave and begging for rice? Go away." Pigsy was desperate. He realized kindness wouldn't work. He needed to make Wukong angry. "Fine!" Pigsy shouted. "I didn't want to tell you the truth, but I have to. We met a monster called the Yellow Robe Monster. We told him our big brother is the great sage Sun Wukong. And do you know what he said?" Wukong's ears twitched. "What did he say?" Pigsy improvised. "He said, 'Sun Wukong, I'd like to peel his skin and eat his heart. If he dares to show his face, I will make oil out of his bones.'" Wukong jumped up. He smashed his wine cup. "He said what?" "He insulted you," Pigsy cried. "He said you are a pathetic stable boy." "Bring me my armor," Wukong roared. "I don't care about the monk, but nobody insults the great sage equal to heaven." Wukong grabbed Pigsy. Whoosh! In a single somersault, they were back at the Treasure Elephant Kingdom. Part 6. The Return of the King. Wukong landed in the city. He saw the evil aura over the palace. He saw the tiger in the cage. "That's the master?" Wukong asked. Pigsy nodded. "He looks fluffy. He got what he deserved," Wukong muttered. "But first, the monster." Wukong didn't kick down the door. He was smarter than that. He went to the river and saw the monster's 2 children playing, half demon, half human. Wukong grabbed them. He flew to the palace roof and shouted, "Hey, monster! I have your cubs!" The Yellow Robe Monster ran out. "Put them down! Come and get them!" Wukong lured the monster away from the city, back to the sky, so the fight wouldn't hurt the innocent people. Part 7. The Star Spirit.
They clashed in the clouds. The monster was strong, but Wukong was the Monkey King. He was angry, rested, and fully powered. Wukong summoned 3 heads and 6 arms. He beat the monster until the monster's sword broke. The monster tried to hide in a cave, but Wukong blocked the door. "Who are you really?" Wukong demanded. "You fight like a god, not a demon." Wukong flew up to heaven. He went to the Hall of Stars. "Check the roster," Wukong ordered the Star Lords. "Is anyone missing?" They checked. "The Wood Wolf of Kui Mulang, is missing," they reported.
I found him, Wukong said. It turned out the yellow robe monster was actually the Wood Wolf star. He had fallen in love with a jade maiden in heaven.
She reincarnated as the princess, and he came down to earth to be with her. The Jade Emperor summoned the wolf back to heaven to be punished. He had to work in the furnace room for a while.
Part 8. The Reunion. Wukong returned to the palace. He went to the iron cage. The tiger, Sanzong, was cowering in the corner. He looked at the monkey with sad, wet eyes. "Do you recognize me, master?" Wukong asked softly. The tiger nodded. Tears rolled down its furry cheeks. "You banished me," Wukong said. "But I came back. Not because I need you, but because I promised the Buddha."
Wukong blew a magical breath on the tiger. Change! The fur melted away. The tail vanished. Tang Sanzong sat on the floor, human again. He looked at Wukong. He didn't lecture him. He didn't scold him.
Sanzang grabbed Wukong's hand and wept. "Disciple, I was wrong. I was blind. Please forgive me." "It's over," Wukong said, helping him up. "Let's not talk about it." They rescued Sandy from the cave.
They healed the horse. The king threw a banquet to thank them. Pigsy was eating everything in sight. "See," Pigsy mumbled with a mouthful of rice. "I told you I would fix it." Wukong kicked Pigsy under the table. "Eat your rice, idiot." The team was back together. They were bruised, scarred, and tired. But the bond was stronger now. They knew they couldn't survive alone.
They packed their bags and walked out of the city gates, heading west once more.